people aware of the problem they are facing due to corruption, so they may stop.
We can educate
Stop by
people.
guiding the
Yeah,
people.
they can stop from them side if we are giving, so people are taking.
The thing is that we common people don't have that much security what terrorists have. This is what people are saying now.
Maximum use of solar energy, wherever we can use the solar cooker, solar heater, solar gas. So that maximum use of natural resources which are not exhaustible. And the other example is our petrol, wherever we can walk, take a walk rather than using a vehicle.
There are countries with good lifestyles who are adopting these measures for betterment of the world. Because we are not we are thinking of ourselves. We can't think of a world at large and help the world. We contribute to the world and not think of ourselves.
Okay.
First, better your country. You think about your country, then you go to the world.
I'd like to represent a certain view out here, which, okay, so we've been discussing and I wanted to express this earlier as well. A lot of these problems that we're talking about today are today because of an imbalance, which a lot of you have spoken about and will agree with, and which is what the current realization has dawned upon us finally. That there is this sort of an imbalance and we are very dependent upon each other, and like she mentioned, how the economy has influenced different parts of the country and different parts of the world, and even today someone in a developing country is facing who's not very much influenced with this sort of crisis is actually influenced very much in a positive or a negative way. Now, why this imbalance existed is because of how we dealt with the sort of opportunities that, let me put it this way, God had given us very generously, and we sort of abused it, whether it comes to corruption in our personal habits or the environment as well, and which is what is sort of changing, and like you're saying, maybe we act like how we are acting because we are born in this environment.
Right.
Okay, and if that changes, because let's say that in India we start talking about environment as a problem as much as other people are. Not you and me, but maybe our kids who will be born in this, which is the future generations, will automatically realize how extremely important and crucial it is to figure out a system to work with. So that's where solar energy can be adopted, and it might be a slower technology than making our vehicles move in the slower manner, but they will have to adapt to it.
No, now there is a recession going on. The solar equipments are very costly and we can't adopt it now.
And this is a slow procession.
Yeah, definitely.
No, but it is for a good cause. It's nice to adopt it, but
It's very easy to say,
But it's-
but I'm very sure that people are not going to understand.
yeah.
And how it's possible to actually create something like this, because there is this new, new consumers, a new set of consumers who are be in this part of the developing country, which a lot of different parts of the world did not see as someone who had the buying power to actually take all these things. So that's how the prices will reduce, new technologies will come in place, and when it sort of becomes, when the volumes increase. So that in terms of technology alone, there is scope for it. So that is one solution as such, if that's what we're trying to answer out here. Of course, to understand the technology and to make it available, education is possibly the most core element, and then how we need to drive that in specifically for India.
I guess the corruption leads to everything.
Yeah,
So you're saying corruption is one that
Of
is
course,
that
yes.
all
Why the
face?
people,
all
the
the
rich
problems
people
are
is
correlated.
becoming more richer and poorer becoming more poor because of the corruption. Again, the tax is paid, but it's going to their pockets.
Not proper allocation.
To, yeah.
And first of all, we should get that government that should be proper and let no corruption.
first of all, literate, no one coming from anywhere and just standing in the parliament
Right.
and doing stupid things.
Right.
So okay, the approach we took to sort of reach a consensus on what is the major problem, the macro problem which is causing. So we actually listed down, started off by listing down all the possible problems, and we actually thought we'd fill up this book, but we stopped after a certain while, and we started noticing there are certain problems which can be bracketed together, and this was done from the point of view because we didn't want to identify one minor issue, because like someone mentioned, all problems in a large way are correlated, right? So according to us, what we thought was that there is a major imbalance today, which is the core reason for those sort of the problems that we have. And this imbalance I'll further define it in three aspects which we spoke about, which was terrorism, and that is the imbalance of power which sort of causes it. There is an imbalance in opportunities, with economic or different opportunities, all of that, and of course, and something which is creating a huge impact right now is the imbalance in the way we are dealing with our environment. So these 3-4 key areas. Of course, like education levels and awareness is another aspect, but like imbalance was a key word that we noticed over there, and that's what sort of needs to be hit upon, and it can be, and we'll come up with something in our solutions.
We want the developed countries to support the developing countries, the ones who are well developed. In terms of market opportunities, they could definitely help the developing countries by providing them better ideas. Then we have something like population. Government need to put some government need to give some incentives, like to having a family with short and sweet family, like 1 kid or some 2 kids, giving them some incentives. That would make the families out here to have less kids among themselves. That's how the population growth would be decreased.
We should have equal studies for everyone. As I've heard, the person doing MBA in India and a person doing MBA in UK or some other developing countries, the person who's doing it from abroad, say UK, he's being paid almost double. So, the standardization for studies should be equal.
Now technologies are using non-renewable resources. We can develop technology which uses renewable resources. Technologies which should be made such we can use it. It can comfort our life and not even harm environment, or it don't create any other problems simultaneously.
Focus is on environment and corruption related. The major point that you can list in all this, the focus should be more on literacy. If people in a country are literate, country can develop faster. The resources can be used in the right way. If people are more aware regarding the status of the resources in the country or all over the world. Second, the laws, stringent laws should be applied. If laws are strict, nowadays we see that a law comes, application is done for 2 to 3 days, and then again it's just gone. The law should be made strict so that the problems can be dealt with in better manner. Next is population. Population in India is just increasing at any rate, means it is again literacy problem. People are not educated, and if population just goes on increasing. Next is optimum use of resources, like petroleum. It is people now use private cars rather than if they make use of public transport. It can reduce the use by much time. Then use of labor intensive techniques. India is a country where population is large. To deal with the problem of unemployment, I think so labor intensive techniques should be used. The technology nowadays are imported from out of India and brought in it, which are capital intensive, due to which major portion of the people lose their jobs. So that should not be made. Labor intensive techniques should be used.
From corruption, nothing to say, as she said before, the words, and then only I think so the corruption will end.